What if I told you that your C program can read data from files on your computer, just like you read a book? Imagine building a program that reads a configuration file, processes a log, or loads game save data. Today, we are learning how to make your programs interact with the outside world through files. Hey everyone, welcome back to CodeChef. Today, we are talking about basic file operations in C. We'll cover how to open files in read mode and read their contents line by line. These are fundamental skills you will use in almost every real-world C program. So let's get started.
What is file handling? Before we jump into code, let's understand what file handling means. File handling is the ability of your program to interact with files stored on your computer, reading from them or writing to them. This is essential because you can read configuration settings from a file. You can process large amounts of data stored in text files. You can load saved game data or user preferences. You can analyze log files. Without file handling, all your data disappears when the program ends. With file handling, data persists. In C, we use the fopen function to open files. Think of it like unlocking a door. You need to open the file before you can read what's inside. Understanding fopen function. The fopen function is your key to opening files. Here's what the syntax looks like. Now let's break this down. F** file declares a file pointer. A file pointer is a special type that C uses to keep track of an open file. Think of it as a bookmark that remembers where you are in the file. Fopen. This is the function that opens the file. Filename.txt. This is the name of the file you want to open. Make sure this file exists in the same directory as your program or provide the full path. R is the mode. The letter R stands for read mode, checking if file opened successfully. Here's something crucial. You must always check if the file opened successfully. You might think why it is important. The file might not exist, you might not have the permission to read it, the file path might be wrong, the disk might be full or corrupted. So if fopen fails, it returns null. If you try to read from a null pointer, your program will crash. Always check before proceeding. Closing the file. Once you're done working with a file, you must close it using fclose. Why close files? It releases system resources. It ensures all data is properly saved, which is important for writing. It allows other programs to access the file, and your operating system has a limit on how many files can be opened at once. So think of it like closing a book when you're done reading. It's a good practice and it prevents issues later. Reading entire file, line by line. Why read line by line? Reading a file line by line is one of the most common file operations. Why? Text files are often organized line by line, like logs, CSV files, configuration files. It's memory efficient, so you only load one line at a time, not the entire file. You can process each line individually. It works well with large files that might not fit in memory all at once. Understanding fgets function. The syntax looks something like this. So let's understand this part by part. Car line 256 is a buffer that will store the line we read. The size 256 means we can read lines up to 255 characters long plus 1 for the null terminator. Fgets is the function that reads a line, and the line is the buffer where the line will be stored. Size of line is the maximum number of characters to read. This prevents buffer overflow. We can't read more than our array can hold. File is the file pointer we got from fopen. It is important to remember that fgets reads until it encounters either a new line character, the end of the file, or when the buffer is full. It returns null when there is nothing more to read, which is end of file or if an error occurs. Reading in a loop. To read an entire file line by line, we use a loop. This is how it looks. Here, the while condition fgets line size of line, file, fgets returns the line in read, which is a non-null value. Fgets returns null when it reaches the end of the file, so the loop continues as long as there are lines to read. And when the file ends, fgets returns null and the loop stops. So now, let's put everything together in a complete practical program, a simple log file analyzer. We start with the standard input-output library and our main function begins here. We print log file analyzer as the header over here. Now file asterisk file f open line attempts to open a file named logfile.txt in read mode R. So fopen returns a file asterisk pointer on success or null on failure. The program stores that pointer in file. Car line 256 declares a buffer line of 256 characters to hold each line read from the file or standard input. Int line number 0 is the counter to keep track of how many lines have been read, and error count is the counter for each log level we care about, like error warning info, which is initialized to 0 right now. So if logfile.txt exists, we use the file mode. Here we check whether fopen succeeded. If file is not null, the file exists and opened successfully. So we use the file reading mode. So this is the printf lines which will print to indicate the program is reading from the file and will add some formatting. Now this line reads one line at a time from file into line. So fgets returns line on success or null or at end of file or on error. So loop continues while the line exists. This increments the line counter for every line read. This prints the current line number and the line content. So now we have our if else. So this line checks if the substring error is in line. So if it's found, it increments the error counter, or else if it prevents double counting if a line contains two of these keywords. Now closes the open file to release resources. So if logfile.txt doesn't exist, we use the CodeChef mode. So like we are running this program on an online compiler, otherwise we would have given like a proper directory as to where the file exists. So here, since we do not have a logfile.txt, we use the compiler mode, wherein we inform the user that we'll now read lines typed or pasted into the standard input. So here we will enter our lines. Yeah. Now these read the lines from the standard input. Same logic as file reading loop, but using the standard input. Now these lines of code will print a neat summary of counts and the total lines that has been processed. Now we complete the program with the return 0 and the closing bracket, and we run the program. Alright, so as we can see, logfile.txt was not found, so we switched to the CodeChef compiler mode and we entered the lines in the standard input. So according to the lines that we have entered over here, total lines that we read were 4. We had given an input of 4 lines, and the warning and everything we had given. So there were error entries 1, warning entries 1, and info entries 2. So this is how it looks.
Now it's your turn. Head over to CodeChef's compiler, link is in the description below. Here's your challenge. Create a text file called students.txt with 5 lines, each containing a student name. Write a C program that opens this file in read mode. Read and display all student names. Count and display the total number of students. Don't just watch, actually code this. Create the file, write the program, test it. That's how you learn file handling. I'll see you in part 2. Keep practicing, keep coding.